In this episode we ride from Dijon towards Millau in the southern part of France. The first part of the journey was nice, just a relaxing ride without any problems. However, later in the day I did run into one. Fortunately, after that was fixed, I was rewarded with some beautiful highway roads leading to Millau. Enjoy.
Good morning, good morning. It's now 9 o'clock here in Dijon. It's already, well, not warm, but it's warming up. And today we have a long drive. We will go to Millau, France, which is more in the southern part. It's about 500 kilometers, so it's quite long for a motorcycle at least, because after 100 kilometers you get, physically tired, so you have to have a stop and walk for a bit. So yeah, we will drive very early. Well, not very early, but I mean for me it's early, 9 o'clock. And yeah, let's get ready and actually see if the motorcycle will start, because the couple of days before this it didn't. Luckily I have a boost with me, of course, and we will see if it will start right now. And as you can tell, it's completely dead. So the battery is actually more dead than it was yesterday. So yeah, it definitely needs a new one, but luckily I can boost it. So let's do that.
After a short tank stop, we start the next journey towards Millau. To be clear, this is a road on which we avoid toll roads, which means it takes more time, but I hope the scenery is nicer as well. Driving in the sun was fine, but in the shadows of the mountains it gets very cold. Keep in mind it's still 5 to 10 degrees outside. After a drive through a nice city, I'm having a stop to tank, eat, and have some coffee. After this stop, I decided to not film because of the many highway roads coming up. This was actually a mistake because I got a problem which is now not on camera. But here's what happened. After a long drive on the highway, I decided to take another stop. But when I came to a standstill, the motor immediately turned off. And when I tried to turn it on, it did not work. It actually seemed like the same problem as in the morning, which should not happen after a long drive, because it looked like the battery was empty, which is weird. After I got the bike running again with the booster, it was barely running and I needed to use the choke in order to not let it stall. So I thought, okay, this battery is dead, I need to find a new one. I looked on the map and I saw a car shop close by, so I decided to go there and see if they could help me. At the car shop, they did not understand me at first, because they barely speak English, but Google Translation for the rescue. They did not have a battery for a motorcycle, but they advised me to go to the place where I am now.
So quick update, my battery was so dead that I had to buy a new one at like an agriculture place where they have all these machines, including batteries for motorcycles, because the battery was going out at maybe standing still. I had to keep the throttle up to keep the motorcycle going, and that's not safe. So I really had to stop and buy a new one, which was a bit of a hassle. I lost maybe an hour with searching and getting the motorcycle on again, but we managed, and now we will drive further to our destination, which is about 1 hour drive from here. So yeah, interesting.
So after a long drive, I'm finally in the hotel room, a bit later than expected. So when I left my hotel room in Dijon, it was immediately quite a nice environment with yeah, some hills and yeah, small mountains, I would say, which was nice. But then when I turned the camera off, things immediately started to turn in a positive way with these very high mountains. Although they were quite cold at the top and also very windy, of course. But yeah, the view is now getting very nice. Even if I look outside my window, yeah, it's very nice compared to what the Netherlands offers. Eventually, I want to take a break, and immediately when I stopped, my motorcycle turned off. And when I tried to start it, it just didn't want to do it. And I saw that the lights were very low, so the battery was dead. Also, this morning the same thing happened, but I got used to it, so I used the booster. But now, after a long drive, I also had to use the booster, and that's not a good sign. So every time the motorcycle was getting at stationary RPMs, it just yeah fall off, went out, and I had to use the booster. So it was very annoying and kind of unsafe. So I went searching for a place where they could sell me some batteries. And luckily, I finally found something in the neighborhood, which was the horticulture building market, I would say, something like that, which they sell all kinds of stuff, including the motorcycle battery. So yeah, that is now installed, and that means that that we can drive in a normal way. I have yeah the package here. Not that it's very important, but yeah, I mean, funny. It was a very long day. Getting a shower right now. These things are interesting, bit of drama, but also fun. So yeah, see you in the morning.